Hello, today's club is going to be the rich and somewhat confusing history of AFC Wimbledon. We're also going to be including the history of Wimbledon FC before the MK Dons relocation. So, from the crazy gang to the struggling AFC Wimbledon we see today, how did they get to this point? Well, the club was formed in 1889 with the name Wimbledon Old Central Football Club. After 7 years, the club won both the Clapham League and the Herald League in the 1895-96 season. In 1905, Old Central was dropped from the club's name, renaming the club Wimbledon Football Club. The club would eventually join the Isthmian League. In the 30s, the club experienced a lot of success, winning the league 4 times and reaching the FA Amateur Cup final, losing 2-1 to serial winners Bishop Auckland. Wimbledon would again have another successful run of form in the 60s, winning the league 3 times in a row and also winning the FA Amateur Cup in 1962, beating Sutton United 4-2. One of Wimbledon's most impressive stories is their 1974 FA Cup run. From the first qualifying round, they beat Bracknell Town, Maidenhead United, Woking Town, Dorking United, Bath City, and Kettering Town. And this isn't even the impressive part yet. They became the first non-league team to beat a first division team that century, beating Burnley at the Turf Moor. And again, they held Leeds United, the reigning champions of the first division, to a 0-0 draw away before being beaten 1-0 in the replay fixture. After another 3 years in the Southern League, Wimbledon was elected to the Football League for the 1977 season. After 2 seasons, the club was promoted to the third division before being relegated back down the following season. The club would remain in this yo-yo state for another couple of seasons before the 83-84 season, where they won promotion into the second division. The club's first season would result in a 12th place finish before being promoted in the 85-86 season. This means it only took Wimbledon 9 seasons to get promotion from the 4th division to the top flight. After being deemed favorites for relegation, the club would go on an outstanding run of form, finishing 6th in the league. In 1988, the club experienced its greatest success, winning the FA Cup, beating favorite Liverpool 1-0 at Wembley. From this point, the Wimbledon players were given the name the Crazy Gang. And they were crazy. The most famous example is Wimbledon player and future Hollywood star Vinnie Jones grabbing Paul Gascoigne by the balls during the middle of a match. The club would achieve a 12th, 8th, and 7th place finish respectively the following seasons. Wimbledon would also have to relocate and share a stadium with Crystal Palace due to the FA creating a rule requiring all-seater stadiums. In the 93-94 season, Wimbledon experienced its best season in the league, finishing 6 points out of Europe. The club would continue the form of finishing above the top half of the table until they experienced a dip of form in the 97-98 season, finishing 15th. They would also experience this again the next year, achieving a 16th place finish. Though the following season, after 14 years in the top flight, Wimbledon FC was relegated, finishing 18th, 3 points from safety. After the relegation, a plan was proposed to relocate Wimbledon FC to Milton Keynes. Now, relocating a club is a bit off, but it is even worse when you take into consideration Milton Keynes is about 50 miles away from Wimbledon. Obviously, this sparked outrage with supporters and even some in the FA disagreeing with the move. This club in Milton Keynes would take inspiration from the nickname given to Wimbledon supporters and would be called Milton Keynes Dons. Of course, the fans of Wimbledon didn't support this, and in response, the fans created AFC Wimbledon. This new club would start playing in the Combined Counties League Premier Division in the 2002-03 season, achieving a 3rd place finish. Next season, they would go unbeaten, even winning 21 league games in a row. This granted them promotion to the Isthmian League. Their first season, they won the Isthmian League First Division, being promoted to the Premier Division. The next 2 seasons, the club missed out on promotion, but would eventually be promoted through the playoffs in the 2007-08 season, beating Staines Town 2-1 in the final. Wimbledon was now in the Conference South, the 6th tier of English football. They would go on to win the league and get promotion to the Conference Premier. The first season there, they achieved an 8th place finish. On top of all these promotions, Wimbledon did it again the following season, achieving promotion to the Football League through playoffs, beating Luton Town on penalties. This means the club reached the Football League in only 9 seasons, still being the only club formed in the 21st century to be in the Football League. The club would achieve a 16th place finish their first season back. They would then survive relegation the following 3 seasons before being promoted to League One through playoffs in the 2015-16 season. In League One, the club would spend a couple years surviving relegation before being relegated back to League Two in the 2021-22 season, finishing 2nd off bottom. But anyway, that was the history of AFC Wimbledon. Thank you for watching. The next video will be about our first Premier League club. That will be Arsenal. That will be coming out shortly. Thank you.